What's happening? This is Avidan. Welcome to the 47th episode of the Chillcast. How you guys doing today? We got the homie Nintendo Direct, and we also got the homie Chris Levi. For some reason, Rax is not showing on my screen right now.
Uh-oh. But he in here. I see him perfectly on my screen.
See,
he is in here.
Yeah, I see him.
See, Brave is messing up.
Here.
Brave is messing up. That's going to be a problem for you, for the people watching. See, you know what? I can't mess with Bravey over this, man.
What if he bounces and comes back? Gold chain back in, and they ain't showing up either. I see it on the screen.
Yo, hold up. We got to fix this right real fast.
Difficulty. You might
Technical difficulties again.
I can see your screen.
I don't even know why. I don't even know what was going on. I could not see you guys' screen because of this stupid browser Brave.
But you got Brave coming up on the screen. Everybody can see your YouTube screen, dog. You might want to change that.
Yeah. Word.
Take it down, homie. You can everybody preview what you got coming up.
I mean, there's nothing here that you can really see. So.
Show is off the rails, but it's all good because DK's coming to Seattle. That's right.
All right, hold up. There we go. There we go. Finally.
Hey.
So
okay, now we're good.
12 minutes late, per usual. We're just gonna go ahead and do this again. All right. We're gonna pretend it's never happened. Let's start again. What's happening? This is Avidan. Welcome to the 47th episode of the Chillcast. How you guys doing today? And we got a special guest, Avidan, on the side over here, just sitting there by himself. I don't know why. On my screen, at least.
Did you log into Chrome or something? That's probably why.
It's gone now. No, I didn't log in on Chrome.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not using this browser ever again to stream. Never again. Ever again. Ever again.
But it be causing some issues for real. Like I had issues coming in. You couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you. Like Brave really is out here messing this up. Like Brave
trying to get me out here slipping and showing off my next screen. What if I had surprise streams coming up on YouTube, dog?
Not surprised no more.
Oh man, how is everyone doing tonight, man?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good.
Didn't go to work. NFL draft. Played some games. Life is great.
Oh, you didn't go to work. Don't you feel special?
Well, it was more for personal reasons. Like,
hold up, you got the 500 mil limited edition PS4?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
The Days of Play?
I hate you. Oh, this is Days of Play one.
Yeah, that's Days of Play.
Never mind.
You got the
bootleg edition, right?
Hey, it's all good.
That's
shade is real.
You can talk shade. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I got it from the homie Nicholas. So shout out to him. I don't know if he's out here yet. But shout out to the homie Nicholas.
But
that was pretty dope too.
We're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Rax, what's going on, man? How you been?
I'm chilling, man. Today was my mom's birthday, so we
happy birthday.
I made her watch Dragon Ball Super Broly. So
how did you guys like the movie?
Dude, that movie is amazing. I love that movie.
Nice. I'm glad you guys liked it. That's what's up, man. What you been playing this week?
All right, so it started out and I was playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z because I was all amped up because I was like getting ready for Super Broly to come out. So once that came out, then Mortal Kombat 11 came out like I want to say like maybe 3 days later. So I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat 11. I finished a story mode on that, so nice. I was thinking about getting Days Gone, but I think I'm gonna skip.
Yeah. Well. Quick shout out to Not Another Game Collective for the $1.99 super chat donation. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got we got Darkiplier over here. What's going on, man?
What's good? I've just come to accept that nickname. I tried to deny it, but we just gotta accept it. Darkiplier over here, doing what I do.
Yeah.
And,
embrace it. I love it.
I'm glad to actually make a podcast. I'm in the intro, but I haven't been like on the last 6 podcasts, so I'm glad I actually got to make one.
You made it to like the one before last though. Did you?
I don't. Nope.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
Nah, he hasn't been on the last like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
I gotta check. I need receipts. I need them.
You got them. It's been a minute since I've been on the podcast though. But yeah, it's glad to be here.
That's what's good, man. What you been playing this week, man?
Man, I've been playing. Well, I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat on the Switch. We'll talk about that later. I've been trying to beat Tales of Vesperia, something fierce, and every time I get close, something else comes up, and then I got to keep playing. And like, now I remember why RPGs can be frustrating because of that right there. So trying to beat that. I'm trying to get started on Xenoblade Chronicles because once I can beat this game, I got enough hard drive space so I can install Xenoblade and I'll be good to go. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do with get the order of those going. But it's been a tough task.
All right, cool. That's what's going on. I appreciate you sharing, your gaming experience. Hopefully, you get the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 quickly.
Yes.
Gold Chain, Sincere, what's going on, man? How you been?
What's good, brother? How you been, man?
I'm chilling, man. Oh, I got my ticket for Too Many Games.
I'm ready. I'm ready
too. I can't wait. So what you been going on, man? How was your week?
Cool, man. I've been super duper geeked out, like ultra geek. I'm super geek now. I saw Endgame, man.
Oh gosh, no. We cannot talk about this. We cannot talk about this movie right now.
I'm still hyped, so I can't. My hype hasn't toned down yet. But I'm not. I won't say a word.
Neither will I.
I promise secrecy until everyone has saw it. So
you got until Monday.
I mean, you can tell me when the podcast is over because I don't care. But
all right, cool.
Just let me know after that.
Nah, because
I don't know.
Rax didn't see it yet, so
I'm saying like in a separate chat. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying, let me know.
But other than that, man, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11. I've been streaming that all week. Catching bodies.
Hashtag toxic player.
Toxic. Yo, nigga, fool. Nick said, he was a toxic player for spamming moves. If you spam moves in the game, you're toxic.
Man, the dude kept grabbing you, and I was like, man, this is really annoying. But it was your boy, so
he won. I can't knock him. But other than that, man, everything's been chilling. So
that's what's good. And we got the homie Chris Levi. What's going on, man?
Not much. I'm doing good, man.
That's good. What you been playing this week, man?
Well, since I got the Nintendo Switch, I've been playing a little bit of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Finally getting back to this game.
How you like those games, man?
I'm enjoying it a whole lot. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I can see why everybody thinks that's one of the greatest games of all time. Why it's so beautiful and everything.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. Well, as for me, I've been playing nothing. I've been working all week. I have not had a wait. No, I played Apex Legends. Let me stop. I've been playing Apex Legends more often and been getting actually a lot more kills and a lot more shots off people in Apex. So I might play Apex a little bit more tonight. So if you are following my Twitch channel, you may want to go follow that. Because we may be playing some Apex or some Monster Hunter. Either one, whichever one I feel like playing. But we're gonna go ahead and get a quick shout out to the chat. We got quite a few people here actually. What's going on, Tony K? What's going on, Dave Gaming? Chris Levi saying hi to everybody too. Leah Judea, what's going on? Solid Nate, El Chuba, what's going on? Santiago, what's going on? Another game collector. Thanks again for the super chat donation. Sam Yargo, what's going on? Texas Liberty, what's going on? Jake and my dog, what's going on? And we got Nicholas in the chat as well, and Anthony Albert. What's going on, guys? So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this, and I want to talk to you guys about Smash Brothers. Before we talk about the main topic, I want to just talk about Smash Brothers for a second because Super Smash Brothers Ultimate hit 2 milestones. Not only is it officially the best standalone selling Smash Brothers because some people combine 3DS and Smash Wii U together for sales, and we can combine those sales over 14 million units sold. But the best standalone selling Smash Brothers game is Smash Ultimate. And not only that, but it's also the best standalone fighting game of all time. And the reason why this is monumental, because it's only been 4 months. That's what's crazy about this record. It's only been 4 months, and it smashed that record into oblivion. And it's only going to grow from here. We all know that. This game is going to hit 20 million units easy. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 30 million units because Smash has been a staple from the 64. So with every Smash Brothers game, it's like the hype and the fan base grows more and more. So I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts on the progression of Smash. And not only that, just some of you guys' thoughts on what do you think they're going to do in terms of future DLC characters and more so for this season, because we all can assume that they're gonna have a season 2, but who do you guys feel is going to be most likely revealed at E3? My bets are on Cuphead.
Yeah.
Or a Monster Hunter character.
It needs to be Ultra Instinct Goku.
Oh my god.
That is something that I would want.
It's not happening. Goku's not happening. Stop playing. No, but I'd love to see Cuphead. I'd love to see Cuphead as some sort of like hybrid of the Ice Climbers. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, that would
be pretty dope.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. You said it'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Because I mean, it's got to be Cuphead and Mugman, right? It's a pair, so it wouldn't just be Cuphead. It'd be Cuphead and Mugman, and see what they could do. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah,
I can see that. Chris Levi, since you're finally playing Smash, who would you like to see as a new DLC character?
I'm not really sure on that. You know, I mean, Cuphead's obviously the one. Maybe Banjo-Kazooie, another.
Yes, there you go.
Okay,
that's 2. That was 2.
Definitely.
That one's 2. Yeah, I would
definitely.
I mean, he'd work well in there, I believe.
I think so too. Rex, I know you barely play Smash, probably you don't even care. But outside of Goku, who would you think they'll probably throw in there?
I've been trying to think, man. Like I'm like, I don't know. Since Xbox, I mean, you're bringing up the whole Xbox and Nintendo kind of partnership. I would say a McLaren.
What about
just McLaren speeds into battle?
McLaren?
You talking about the Mercedes?
that could be an assist trophy.
Wow.
I mean, what about?
I don't know, man.
What about Master Chief?
I mean, I can see Master Chief.
I mean, you already have Snake, so Master Chief could be throwing his grenades and shooting the rocket launchers and stuff. They can figure it out. He'd be a pretty decent zone character.
Yeah.
Master Chief. So wait. When you say zone character, I immediately just thought about Master Chief versus Snake. And
how
Samus.
ridiculous that would be. And
or you can have Master Chief versus Samus for the first time.
Man, it'd be crazy.
So, Sincere, I know you don't play Smash, right?
I have played Smash. I played Ultimate. I'm not nice though. I'm not going to talk no trash or nothing. You know, and I'm a trash talker. So that's
Listen, I talk trash in games I suck in, man. I'll talk trash at even games I suck in. I'll be getting beat. I'm like, bruh, people have beaten me 50 seconds faster than this, dog. You suck.
No, I can't do it. But I do have Smash Ultimate. I play it, casually. I'm a casual player.
I feel you.
I was with the Master Chief because like you said, the whole relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo, and I think he'll be a dope character. I mean, just to see on screen with those other characters, that would be good. I think.
Like, I feel like it has to be somebody like when you think about a franchise or something like that, they are absolutely like kind of legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know that somebody was saying something about Banjo in the chat. I know Banjo and Kazooie was like really popular, but I really don't think that Banjo
is legendary.
But
yeah, I don't like.
Would you consider Ice Climbers and Mr. Game & Watch and Mr. Game & Watch legendary though?
What is it?
Mr. Game & Watch and Ice Climbers. Would you consider them legendary?
Absolutely, they were like extremely popular for like the arcade genre back in the day, and like Game & Watch is like something that was before the Game Boy was a thing. Like Game & Watch was extremely important to success of Nintendo before they had handhelds and things of that nature. So I mean, yeah, I would say Game & Watch is pretty high up there.
Okay.
If you think about the history of Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
I'll give you that. I'll give you Duck Hunt. I'll give you Duck Hunt.
They put Pac-Man in the game, bro.
What?
Pac-Man's legendary, man. It's like one of the like when you say arcade machines, if Pac-Man isn't one of the first things that pops into your head.
Example to you, like, because you said it has to be legendary. I was like, they put Pac-Man in the game because that's legendary. So
yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to make. So they put Pac-Man.
Then I retract my bitch assness. I mean,
it might have to be Master Chief. Like that's.
I'm trying to think. Cause Rax, you made a good point. I'm thinking, has there been a character that's not so legendary in Smash? And no, she is legendary. Jigglypuff is legendary.
Wii Fit Trainer.
There you go.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
I can agree there.
But we're talking about outside of Nintendo. I feel like it has to outside of Nintendo's own characters and own stuff.
DLC.
Like I feel like Nintendo wants to have a little bit of something that represents their growth as a company through Smash. Because if you really think about Smash, all of the characters that are in Smash really kind of represent a generation of Nintendo and what they were doing over the years. If you really think about it,
I actually agree with that.
Yeah, so I think that Smash is not only a great game, but it's a great depiction of what has Nintendo done over the years and how has this franchise evolved. Because I mean, if you really think back to Smash 1, all of it is really kind of like trophies and things that kind of they're iconic characters at that time, and that was 1998.
And Melee, you get those in Melee with
90, I thought it was 99. Maybe 98, 99, one of those years.
He's right. That's pretty.
It's one of those years. But to what you said, you're right. With the new outside of Nintendo, every character's been legendary. If you think back looking at Brawl, we got Snake and Sonic in Brawl. When you look at Smash 4, we got Cloud Strife. Like, who would have thought having Cloud Strife in a Smash Brothers game? Who would have thought having Ryu in a Smash Brothers
back
game?
when Melee and stuff was out, like, yeah, I think like a lot of people wanted Cloud at that time. Because I mean, if you really think about it, like even the 64 era, like people were probably sitting there going like, "Yo," like because Final Fantasy VII came out 97?
That was 97.
Yeah, so like when Smash 1 came out, I mean, people were probably having the same conversation that we're having right now, where it's like, "Yo, who could we see in a Smash game in the future? Maybe not so much outside of Nintendo at the time, but like people were probably sitting there going like, "Yo, this would be crazy if it was," and then all of a sudden it happened. So, and to NX Revolution's comment in the chat, like Joker is a super popular character, but is he legendary status? You got to think the Western demographic is not the only demographic that they are aiming towards, because there are a ton of characters in Smash that are way more popular in Japan. Like for example, like in Japan, like Yokai Watch. Okay, if Yokai Watch in Japan beat out Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when Star Wars came out, Force Awakens, the Yokai Watch movie was getting bigger numbers than Star Wars, and Star Wars is legendary. So,
I mean, if we want to go legendary, and this game just came to Switch, why not put somebody like Liu Kang in the game?
Because I mean, what's he gonna do? Turn into a dragon and bite off Pikachu? Yeah,
off. I can see his 4B being the bicycle kick, and
I would rather someone like Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
Man, y'all just hating on Liu Kang.
I mean,
Scorpion, get over here. It could be like a command grab.
Exactly. That's the whole point. But I want to read off some of these comments because you guys actually have some interesting things to say. Starting with Nicholas, #DDD is dumb, LOL. Dave Gaming says, "What about Lara Croft?"
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that actually.
That'd be sick. But it had to be old school pointy boob.
Polygon boobs.
Polygon boobs. Pyramid boobies.
PG guys.
That's PG.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
Listen, the Victoria's Secret catalog gets sent to every home. All right.
I'm mad you had that as a comeback.
I'm dead.
I'm mad you had that as a slick comeback. That was a slick segue.
Listen, bro, I've been going to the gym. My mind is right. Let's go. I got the quips tonight. Let's get it.
Oh man, I need to go back to the gym so I can be just as fast as you guys now.
Yeah, boy.
Contra Crash and Smash. Jacob said Dragon Quest character.
Which one?
Enix says really as long as it's not Steve. Minecraft Steve? Yeah, I could agree with that. Beautiful Joe would be dope. Yes, he would. Travis touchdown is pretty obvious. I can give you that. Chris Redfield or Joe Valentine would be cool. More so a Chris Redfield, mainly because you see him in the other Capcom high roster games. So I'll give you Chris Redfield. Ed Norton said justice for Waluigi. Anthony Albert said, but Wii Fit sold millions, and that it did.
Yeah.
I love this one. Phoenix Wright. What's he gonna do? Point at somebody to death? Like, what's he gonna do?
Yo, have you ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
I played.
No, I have not. What does he do? In Marvel vs.
Then
Capcom?
hush your mouth.
I played all.
He that's exactly what he does. He goes, huh! And then he points.
I played
gotta
every
check
single
that out.
one of them, and I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is my favorite out of all of them.
Absolutely, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was fantastic.
That is my favorite out of them.
3 was absolutely
Trash.
amazing too, but Infinite. Wait, what? Did you just say trash?
Yeah, it wasn't
The first one.
Listen, I'm instant transmission and out of here.
I thought he was for real gonna mute, like close the camera down.
I gotta get a button for my stream deck.
Nah, I would definitely say Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the best one. And then the one that doesn't get talked about enough, but I guess why the people don't like because it's broken in a good sense. X-Men versus Capcom.
Okay.
Yeah.
On.
Y'all suck. I'll leave it at that. You guys suck. But
I like Children of the Atom a little bit more, but
I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. Children of the
Is there a
Atom
Mortal Kombat versus Capcom now? Or Mortal Kombat versus?
no, it's Mortal Kombat versus DC.
That was
horrible.
That was poop.
Cool. I'm glad.
That was horrible. Sam Yargo said, "I wish Marvel vs. Capcom 2 HD was brought to the Switch. That would be dope." But we're not going to talk about too much about that. What's going on, Discard? How you doing, man? We're going to go ahead and jump into the main topic, which it touches on a lot of things. And all week, Sincere and I, we've been talking about this on Twitter, and Nick and I had a few conversations about this. Gamers love to complain.
Mm-hmm.
And all week, it's been something. It's been something with Mortal Kombat 11. It's been something with Persona 5S. Now I saw something today about Pokemon. People mad that it's going to be focused more on handheld than the actual home console part. And I'm like, why can't we just play games and just enjoy the games for themselves? It's like, I feel like I made a comment earlier on Twitter, I think it was yesterday, that I'm starting to believe that the people who complain too much about video games suck at playing video games. Because you play too many.
I mean, don't we complain about video games? Isn't that what this podcast is about?
I don't think that.
No. People who thrive on Twitter all the time, like every little thing. We don't complain about every little thing.
I got a notion behind that.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's the internet, bro. What I mean by that is the internet made the world smaller.
Yeah.
This is how we all met, the internet, right?
Yeah.
So it makes the world smaller.
True
that
story.
means everyone's opinion is even if you don't want to see it, even if it's unintentional, it's being seen and heard, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe everybody's opinion isn't gold. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't pay attention to everything. That's something that I learned myself. Like I can't listen to I can't absorb everything I see because I know that somebody's saying something and they're talking out of their butt cheeks. You can't dive, like I can't engage with everybody. Like Avidan say something, I respect Avidan's opinion, so I'll engage with Avidan. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'll engage with Nick. You know what I'm saying? But Nick has good points. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with Rax. It's certain people you're like, okay, I see how that guy moves. I'll engage with him. But the dude that has like 3 followers, the weird avatar, I'm not talking to that. Yeah, I'm not talking to that guy. You gotta kind of know who and what to, you know what I'm saying, to diverse, because the internet just literally made the world extremely small. Like we can get in touch with anybody at any time. So
that is a quote.
We're all different anyway because we're all open to open dialogue. So I mean, Twitter, it's one thing to be open to open dialogue and like have conversations about stuff because like we get on here and we respect each other's opinions and we try to talk to each other and have each other kind of see where we're coming from. So like having an open dialogue between people is a little bit different than people getting on there and be like Persona S is butt and that's it, you can't tell me nothing.
That's all we've been seeing all week, and
it's been a lot.
The stuff that the reason why I normally don't talk about it, but it seemed like it was a lot this week that everyone was just mad about. And it all started with the Mortal Kombat 11 like the endings for some of these movies. And if it wasn't about Jax saying, you know, going back in time, reversing slavery, or Shao Kahn make Outworld great again, and it's like it's too political. I'm like, play the game and shut up, or don't buy the game.
I mean, my biggest complaint was about the Switch port, but that was it.
I want your points.
The whole thing with Jax is like, you put a character in a situation where you can reverse time. Of course he's gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, exactly. You'd be stupid not to take that opportunity, because not for anything. Like, I look at it like this. I think that what they're really trying to say with that statement is that the world would have been a better place had that not happened.
Right.
And
you understand? People wouldn't be at each other's throats had that not happened.
Which doesn't seem like that bad of a thing.
It's not a bad thing at all, because look, we're all sitting here, you know, years like think of this right now. If this was the 1950s, we would not be sitting here.
No,
we wouldn't.
You understand? Like, if this was the 1950s and things were still the way that it was, like, that's what people don't understand, is that people are still alive. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, because people's grandparents and stuff are the people that went through this. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these people that had the opportunity to do that probably had grandparents that went through some of the segregation and some of the negative things that happened back then. You know, obviously we're not talking about, you know, full on slavery, but segregation was still a thing, very much so, and still happens in certain places. And like, dude, there was a video that just went, you know, pretty viral where this stuff is still happening today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, and it's like, to what you said, not only some people's grandparents, some people's parents. Around when some of this stuff happened. Yeah. So it's like, you got to look at it. It's like when people get mad over that, I'm like, yo, you do have the license to share your opinions on the internet. Like Gold Chain said, like, everyone has the right to share their opinions. And I love that quote. That's a great quote that you said, Gold Chain. That, hold up, he said my mic is so low. Why is my mic low? Hold up.
Oh my God.
I'm about to say, because I can hear you.
Jake, man, you need to calm down, Jake. Oh,
Jake,
man.
What did Jake say? I'm afraid.
This is the 1950s. This would be an awkward podcast, and Chris would probably be a Southern sheriff. So why is Chris got to be the Southern sheriff?
Why you got to?
And we would be sponsored by Pomade.
Get your pop today, not soda, but get your pop today. Hold up. I think there's too much sound going on.
Oh, wow, man.
For real.
Wait, we got an extra sound. We got desktop audio going. Let me mute that. Okay. All right. We should be good.
All right,
NX. Let us know if we're good. I think we got too loud. All right. But anyway, yeah, I like I said, it's one of those things, like you said, if it's a different timeline altogether. So, of course, Jax, you know, would take the opportunity. And when you look at Shao Kahn, I'm like, how is him making a joke? And he's going off a meme, which has been memed 1,000 times over. Real. And people are mad at it. So it's like, when I looked at that, I'm like, okay, you guys are wild. Then it's like the very next day. It's like the very next day we go into the Persona 5 issue. And I'm like, first the Persona 5, oh, it's not coming to the Switch. It's not coming to the Switch. It's not coming to the Switch. The very next day, it went from people complaining about it not coming to the Switch to complaining that we're getting a game that nobody asked for. And I'm like, why are we?
You know what, though? That was kind of disappointing. that was probably because it was kind of being fed like it was this groundbreaking announcement that was happening. And for most people, you want to break some ground, put a game that we want on the Nintendo Switch. And instead, they put a game that nobody asked for on there. That's worth complaining about. I think if you wanted to complain, that when I seen it, I was like, wow. That's silly. That's the craziest thing. Your fans are telling you what they want.
I mean, I remember when Hyrule Warriors came out and they were talking like a new Zelda game was about to get announced, and like I remember being like, "Oh, what the heck is this?" Like, I don't really like Dynasty Warriors
I don't
games.
like those games either.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I did? I didn't buy it. I didn't complain about it, but I didn't buy it.
See, and that's what I say. I'm not saying like it's not wrong to be disappointed. Sure, that happens. You know, we're here. We get disappointed in different things. But here's the part that gets me. When we start saying that Nintendo's at fault, when we start saying Atlas is at fault, when we are the ones who drew a narrative, not them. They just said,
"Yeah,
they're gonna go ahead. We're gonna release this game, and it's gonna be hot." We started doing all the speculating on, "Oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this." We do the same thing with Nintendo Directs. We do the same thing.
I was about to say
we do the same thing when there's going to be a surprise announcement, and then out of nowhere, when it's not what we expected, we blame the company and not our own expectations, and that is something I feel that needs to be checked.
Oh yeah, definitely needs to be checked. That's one thing I learned real quick after what was it? There was a
Direct Mini.
Sometime last it was after that. Sometime last year we were supposed to get this Direct and it never happened. And like everybody was so hyped for it and it just never happened. And everybody was upset. And from then on, I was like, you know what, man? Like, it wasn't even worth getting upset. We didn't even have confirmation that it was actually happening. This was all speculation from many in the gaming community. But regardless, there's a lot of people upset. Oh, the day's here, we're not getting it Direct, and everybody was really mad. And I was like, there's no reason to get mad. It was all speculation in the first place. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree. Like, most of the time when we get upset, it's because of our own speculation and our own hype that we created that we weren't given, confirmation from any of these companies.
Yes, because every YouTuber wants to be freaking Nostradamus. Like, I'm the freak down. Like,
you said Nostradamus. Right. You didn't say Nostradamus. You said Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Yo, when I drink Nos, it's Nos. All right. So, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, man.
Oh man, Uchiwali
persona was coming, man.
Uchiwali. Shackles on my feet.
Like, in all honesty, like it's kind of a crappy thing to talk about too, because like in all honesty, like I definitely see, I'm gonna be a little Nostradamus right now and be like, I think that people are gonna start turning on speculation pretty heavily and be like, stop getting us hyped up and this, that, and the other, and like what, like blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like I think people are gonna start turning on channels that have all these like speculation things, and it's gonna play into their like, I wouldn't say like maybe their reputation, but their their legitimacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's why I try to stay away from like speculation.
Right.
Because like don't get me wrong, it's nice to get hyped up about certain things, but I mean I could make a video tomorrow and be like, new first person Persona / Star Wars game coming 2020. Is it coming? I don't know. I heard something.
Do you remember Star Wars Star? You remember Star Fox Grand Prix?
I know where that came from.
You like that was supposed to be a thing last E3. Never happened. We did get Starlink, but
actually it was never really. I know exactly where that came from, and it was never really a real thing. It's just and that really plays into what I'm talking about, is how influential some YouTubers can be. Because I could create a thumbnail right now because I'm pretty good at freaking Photoshop, and I could put that out there and be like,
hire this man.
This leaked, and I can throw it on Reddit and this, that, and the other, and like then all of a sudden the internet will take it by storm. Like just like look at Wood, for example. All right, on April 1st, he made a video where he was reacting to a Nintendo Direct, and then it just kind of sparked a Nintendo Direct is coming in April, this, that, and the other, because someone took his thumbnail and really kind of like modified it and used like the same font and added, instead of a 1 there, they added another 1 next to it and just moved the font over a little bit. And that started this whole like, on April 11th it's coming. Did we get a Direct? No.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like the internet kind of just rolls with things. It's like, I mean, but you can't really blame people because like you kind of start to get excited for things that you really would want to see. Like, you know, I would really like to see Final Fantasy VII Remake actually come out.
Same here.
I've
been waiting for 10 years.
We've all been waiting how long now?
Street Date is released. Oh man, it was leaked for, you know, holiday 2019. You know, if I'm convincing enough in my argument in the video, like people might take that as, you know, they trust me enough to take that and run with it, and then it kind of spreads like a wildfire. So,
Jake, and I was gonna answer your question is only because everyone was talking, but yes. Jake and asked a question. I'm gonna pass it to the cast. I know the answer already.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, Avidan, why do white people like Wayne Brady?
who said
I can give you the real answer.
Jake. Yes.
I'm not going to though.
Huh?
Is this a Dave Chappelle joke?
Yes,
it is.
It is a Dave Chappelle joke. So you already know the answer to it too.
Who is it again? Brian Gumble?
Brian, he makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
Looks like Malcolm X.
That's not Nostradamus.
Oh man, this chat has gone off the rails. But I also wanted to answer Sam Yargo's reply to what Sam Yargo said. Cause I saw what he said earlier, and he definitely said, let me scroll down over here. He said, I think it's fair to complain, A, not getting a game which could easily run on a Nintendo Switch, and B, has a character in Smash, and C, getting another bizarre Muso game instead.
But nobody said it's not coming.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Rex.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It could be, you know, gauging people's interest of Persona on the Switch, and this might have been just in development, and like at the time it probably was easier to go, hey, you know, let's go ahead and start development on this for the Switch as well, because it was like already being developed. Now once the game, like Persona 5, I don't think they ever had plans to go on the Switch, because in the beginning, you know, let's be honest, like people weren't too positive about the Switch's success when it was first coming out. Switch kind of proved itself to be a very versatile console, so therefore more third-party companies got behind it once they saw how many people were, you know, selling copies of their games on the Switch, because people were actually hyped about the Switch. Like the Switch works great in handheld and home console mode, so you know what I'm saying, like it's very unique. With the Wii U, not only was that a terrible name, but it had a kind of half-assed concept.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it, like, you know how many people? All right, so just based off of my experience of, you know, just to give people a little bit of a background, I've been in the business of like selling games for going on close to 9 years. Okay, the amount of people that came into my store thinking that the Wii U gamepad could be taken with them on the go, and the amount of people that thought that thing was just an add-on to the Wii, the gamepad itself, and not a console in general, was astronomical. The numbers of that was just crazy. Like people would come in and be like, yeah, and not only that, but parents were always also calling it Wii University. Like they thought it was a game. It was just bad marketing in general. So like companies wouldn't get behind that like they are getting it with the Switch. So, you know, in the beginning when Persona was coming out, you know, they probably didn't even think about the Switch at the time. So they probably have to go back and redo the controls and all of that stuff for it to work on the Switch, and like try to figure out how, because it runs off a different game engine in general, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does. I'm just looking at like the Switch from, it was last year when Dragon Ball FighterZ came out. So I'm looking at the Switch like earlier in the year. They said we have no plans on releasing Dragon Ball FighterZ for the Switch, and then come E3, what do you see coming to the Switch?
Yeah, because people. This is exactly my point. Because like and that's why companies are always like, oh well, we'll bring our game over if people ask for it enough. Like, where the hell are they asking? Like,
Twitter.
Like, is there like some kind of website where you email them directly and like, hey, dear Capcom, will you please bring this game over to Switch? I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, Namco.
Signed, Guy.
Namco. We don't do that over here, Namco.
Nick, I feel like you about to go off or something.
No, I'm just still mad about
Hey, Super Chris.
asking this Nintendo fans to ask for Tekken.
Yeah. Oh man, don't let's not go there again, Nick, because you go start cussing again. Well, almost.
You know, it's all good. It's all good.
I had no issue begging for Castlevania, and you know,
yeah, but you love Castlevania though. You know what I mean? Like that's your favorite franchise, right?
Bro, I'm telling you, that franchise is amazing. It should be your favorite franchise. Let's talk about it after the podcast.
Jake has said, Nick, yell about something.
I'm not about to yell about nothing.
Nick is chilling right now. Let Nick chill right now. That's a chill cast, not
the
hype cast. Let Nick chill. But that was before we leave Mortal Kombat though, I definitely want Nick and Sincere to give their takes on the Switch version, because both of them had their own different takes on this, and I definitely would want you guys to go ahead and share that with everybody.
You go ahead first, Sincere.
I mean, I first saw that people were complaining about it, talking about the downgrade in graphics and so forth. But then I played it and got my hands on it, and I actually wound up playing it after I played it on PS4, and I didn't think it looked bad.
It doesn't.
I didn't have a problem with it. It ran smooth. I mean, is it exactly like the PS4 and Xbox version? No, but I thought it was a pretty good version of it. You know what I mean? So if you have a Nintendo Switch,
that's exactly what I said. For
yeah, then like, you know,
but I did have complaints in there.
Now the only problem I had with it, because when I played it handheld. That D-pad is horrendous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
the D-pad
is horrendous.
Now, if you can mod your Joy-Con and get like one of those like, you know, cool D-pads on there, great, do that. Or play with
the hoary left Joy-Con.
Yeah, get the hoary left Joy-Con because they have those.
Right. Because man, I was having a tough time with that. That was killing me, man. Those quarter, you know, movements were just impossible for me.
Yeah,
quarter circle forward.
Dude, Ori released a Fire God Liu Kang left Joy-Con. Ooh, make it like
they did
see through. No, I'm saying they should. And make it like see through blue at the top, down into like a see through red at the bottom with the design on it. Ooh,
yeah, that'd be nasty.
That'd be fire.
That'd be cool, but
no pun intended.
But definitely pun intended. That would make it like way more tolerable to play handheld to me. I was having some issues with that D-pad.
That my complaint. I thought the game ran very smooth. Don't get me wrong. Like the most important part of the Switch version, which is the fighting, was great. Was great. My complaints weren't about that. It ran smooth. It was in 60 frames. My complaint was just the resolution of it. That was pretty much it. And some things here and there, like a couple of cutscenes when you're playing the story mode, there'd be a lot of frame drops. But I said that if you have any other version, like I would, and you have a different console, you have other platforms, I said just go ahead and get the other platforms, unless you absolutely want to get it for the Switch. Because people were asking me, "Oh, should I get it on the Switch?" I'm like, "Well, do you have an Xbox?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, are you gonna play on the Switch? You gonna play on the Xbox?" They're like, "Well, I'll probably play it on the Xbox, but I might get it for the Switch." I'm like, "Well, if you're gonna play on the Xbox more, get on the Xbox because the Switch version there are some issues with it compared to the other one." That's all I pretty much said. I think with a few more updates, if they do update it, it'll be better. But right now, it's a solid effort in my opinion. I just like the things I complain about.
To the point, Avidan, that we shouldn't expect it to look like the PlayStation Xbox version of it.
Yeah, and we kind of had this conversation around when we talked about Yoshi's Crafted World and stuff like that. And it's like you expecting this thing to run at 1080p, 60 frames per second is asking a little bit much. I'll be honest with you. This is not like what game? It's not like Fighters per se, where Fighters is mostly an anime drawn fighting game, so it's a lot easier to render those models.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Check it out.
Go ahead.
When people, and sorry to cut you off, But this is what frustrates me the most, okay? And it's just because it's Mortal Kombat. It's not a Nintendo first party game. Because if this was the same time when Smash came out for the Wii U and Smash came out for the 3DS, nobody was complaining about the downgrade in graphics. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Smash Brothers on a 3DS! Yay!"
Actually,
running around outside
people...
with the shirts off, like like
was out.
You might just scored a goal in the World Cup, okay? And now all of a sudden, the same conversation is going on because people don't distinguish the Switch as what it is, and it's literally just a very powerful handheld that has the ability to be played on your TV. You know what I'm saying? We're not like comparing the PS4 version to the Switch is just not even. It shouldn't even be a conversation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for them. Mm-hmm.
I feel like the one thing I was going to touch on was I feel as though people don't understand character modeling and rendering and how that whole process works. So people need to understand. In fact, if you guys have watched me stream Final Fantasy VII Remake, the HD remake, the modded version I've been playing, the stronger the models are, the more it takes, the more of a strain it takes on my PC. It makes it run a little bit slower. The loading times are a little bit longer because it takes a lot to run that. So imagine, to what Rack said, you have a tablet, which is a portable device that has the ability to be played on your television. If you are trying to expect high quality models rendered well on that, you want 1080p resolution and 60 frames per second frame rate on that. That is asking for a lot, especially since this thing is not even as powerful as the base PS4 or Xbox One. So with those things considered, I feel as though if you're going to play any game, not just the first party games, but all the third party games, you need to play these games on the Switch with the expectation that it's not going to be as great on the PS4 or Xbox. And if you're just all about graphics and you want that as part of your experience, there are other options for you.
Right.
That's all I said.
Heck, I mean, if you had told me 5 to 10 years ago that I would have graphics equivalent to 360 and the PS3 on the go on a handheld,
yeah,
I would have been like, "Oh crap, that's insane." You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that people appreciate what they have in terms of what the Switch has to offer sometimes. Because I mean, dude, just like I saw somebody, I don't know who it was. I think it's Super Chris that says better graphics do not call for a better video game, and I 100% agree with that. Because I'll tell you like this: if Super Mario 64 were to get just HD resolution on the Switch, I guarantee you people would be freaking out about it.
I would.
And they would absolutely love it. And it would not be on par with games of this generation, but it's a great game.
Yeah, and it would look clean. It would look clean in HD.
Imagine if they did that with Chrono Trigger or Brave Fencer Musashi, games like that.
Yo, have you guys seen and this is way off topic, but have you guys seen the Donkey Kong Country 2 HD stuff that someone was doing on
Unreal Engine?
Like with
the DK Racing?
Ramble or something like that?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I wish that would come. I wish that would come.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen the Unreal Engine of Zelda Ocarina of Time?
And Mario.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
All of those things that fans have been doing is insane. They look so good.
I actually have one of the tech demos of the Ocarina of Time, and it actually runs really well. I was shocked at how well it runs, how smooth everything looks. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to this next generation of gaming because since we're over here in this topic, I'm just gonna go ahead and go here myself. What I like about this new generation of gaming is not only Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony that are the main competitors. More and more, you're having more and more indie developers, and these indie developers are stepping their game up tenfold too. People are modding old classic games, so it's like if Square doesn't get their stuff together, they're gonna have other people beat them to making the remake, and it's gonna devalue the whole entire release and devalue the image of how the remake is supposed to be. Because I would say, I'm not gonna say it should have been out 20 years ago, but let's say I'll give you a pass on the PS2. I'll give you on the PS2 when people first started asking for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then people gave up on it, and then I feel like Sony and Square shot themselves in the foot with this when they made that tech demo on the PS3.
They should have never, ever made that tech demo. Should have never made that tech demo.
That was the worst mistake they ever made. If they never made that tech demo, they could have let Final Fantasy VII die, and we would have all moved on from now. But since that tech demo, it's like, you got to make the game now. Don't show us the first few scenes. But yeah, I want to go ahead and go to the last topic, and that's the Pokemon one. And the Pokemon one just made me just shake my head, because I feel as though this is the irony of how people feel about Pokemon. Now, Pokemon is coming, as you know, is coming to the Switch as a full handheld and console experience, and this game is said to be focused more around handheld than being a console game. Yeah, Sword and Shield. And I don't understand why people are upset that Game Freak said they're going to focus more on the game being a handheld than a console. Because if we look at the lifeline of a Pokemon on a handheld console, it grows well over time. Look at Diamond and Pearl, and look at Ultra Sun and Moon. Look at the far cry difference between both of these games. So best believe when the Switch gets a revision, and it will, you're going to see a much better looking Pokemon game down the line. I feel as though we just need to exercise patience with that.
So they said they were focusing. So they didn't say that it wasn't going to be able to be played dock, right?
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't say that. They just said they're going to focus on more handheld elements.
So pretty much what I'm thinking is everybody's going to hate when I make this comparison, but it's going to have elements like Let's Go in it. It's just going to be that's my assumption.
That's exactly what that means.
That's my assumption when I think about that. Like, and if I don't know what is with every Pokemon purist hate on Let's Go. Let's Go is a good game. Let's Go is a solid game.
Absolutely.
Let's Go is a fun game. And if you can take elements like that and put them in this new one, I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Amen.
Thank you for saying that.
But
it comes full circle back to what we were talking about with the Persona thing, though. I mean, people wanted something. When I got my first Pokemon game back when Red and Blue came out, when I was just a wee caveman, and when dinosaurs were still around and stuff, I always wanted a Pokemon game that was on a home console. Like when Super Game Boy came out and I was able to put my Pokemon game into a Super Game Boy and my Super Nintendo and play it on the TV, I thought that was crazy. But, over the years, people have, even though we've gotten Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and Coliseum had its own little, story mode that was, kind of like a single player, like Pokemon experience, but it wasn't really like a streamlined Pokemon game. I think that just people desperately want to see what it could be, and at the same time, Game Freak isn't ready to take that risk yet, and because they probably think that taking a game like Pokemon that's so successful and has not really had I don't want to say they've never had a bad iteration of a Pokemon game, because I never played Conquest or any of the mystery dungeon stuff, so I don't really know how that stuff went. But I don't know if they want to take their main Pokemon game and be like, this is what we're going with in Pokemon, and then it tank, and then people have this bad taste in their mouth about what Pokemon is for the rest of the lifespan of its franchise. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's hard to say. Like, people getting hyped up because they want to see what could be, and I don't think that the hardware of the Switch would give people what they would want to see. Because if you really think about it, people are going to complain about things regardless. It's not what we have been asking for. And then it comes out, and then this isn't what we thought it would be. You know what I mean? Because if you take a Pokemon game and try to implement things like people were speculating that it would be like some kind of Breath of the Wild experience. Do you know how hard, like when you're playing Breath of the Wild, you're in a lot of open area. There's not really a ton of enemies. You're doing a lot of like going from place to place, and then when you get to those places, there are enemies. But in a Pokemon game, you kind of expect to see a lot of different Pokemon out there and out and about. But if you take it and do it the same way that if you're walking around in the grass, you don't see the Pokemon out. I don't feel like it would be the same experience. You know what I'm saying? And for example, say Dead Rising, for example, how they have to have a lot of power to put that many zombies in one area at a time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that the hardware of the Switch could allow a ton of Pokemon to be just out in the wild and you can see where they're at. Because if you were just running around in like an open area like Breath of the Wild and not seeing where these Pokemon are and then they just randomly pop up, I don't think that it would be that great of an experience, in my opinion.
One thing I want to add to everything you just said, I don't agree with the Breath of the Wild idea either, but I would have liked a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 approach. Because that world was way more populated, and you could see where packs of the same type of animals or same type of monsters were traveling a lot with each other. I felt a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 approach could have worked if they did it in that sense.
Yeah, but Game Freak isn't monolith, though.
Yeah,
we're talking about a company that predominantly makes handheld games.
I don't know if Game Freak would be able to handle that, though. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be something new to them, and I agree with Rax for them. What if they did take that chance and then it just bombed, like you said? Then they would kind of be in a bad shape.
Listen,
take Days Gone, for example. Take Days Gone. It's getting mediocre reviews right now. The company that made that game was basically making a bunch of handheld stuff before they took a chance on making a console game.
Right. AAA console game.
You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: with anything great, you got to take a risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get that, but I don't know if
timing
is key. Exactly. I don't know if this would be the right time for it, and that's what I was. Rex just said what I was going to say.
Now, maybe they have something in the works for maybe when a Switch Pro comes out. Is it coming out? I don't know. But
the right time for it then.
Yeah.
Well, I think right now what they're doing right now is fine, because they're trying to get people used to Pokemon on a console as an idea. So I mean, maybe the next game or the game after, I don't know when. I think that is coming later. I just don't think I agree with Rax. I think if they took a chance on it right now and completely changed it, I don't know how receptive the hardcore Pokemon fans would be of it.
And to answer Sincere what he just said, like what would be the right time? If Nintendo ever were to play ball in terms of power for power, which Nintendo's never been power for power. In my opinion, with GameCube, they went there.
And N64.
Super Nintendo, they did it.
In the game.
N64 too.
But I mean, since then, they haven't really. They know their whole company is big on like innovation, trying to be different.
But don't you think that happened? I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I want to hear what you had to say. So
that didn't happen until the Wii became a success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they played the power game almost every generation. The Nintendo 64 was more powerful than the PlayStation 1. The GameCube was more powerful than the PS2. Now the Xbox was a beast, but other than that, I think they played the power game. I think once they hit big with that.
Okay, so if they ever were to go, let's just entertain that route, and then let's just say if they ever were to go back to going power for power, because right now they're not doing power for power. That's just like flat out. It's just not what's going on. Now if Switch 2 or whatever their next thing is if it's like Switch Pro, like people are speculating, if that were to give developers the power to do things like these tech demos have, like I don't know if you guys have seen the tech demo where it's like Ash walking around with a Charmander.
I've seen it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would be absolutely insane. I would love to see something like that, but I don't think that it would be possible and would run at a smooth enough frame rate and have the ability to have, you know, hundreds upon hundreds of different types of Pokemon with fleshed out weaknesses and strengths and different move sets and all of these different items and just going up with all these different NPCs. Like, we're talking about a game that could possibly be more, you know, bigger than a Skyrim or Fallout or something like that. And those games struggle to even get where they want to be on Xbox One and PS4. Like, well, you know what I mean?
With the setup that Pokemon usually has, I would say they would need the rendered models of all the Pokemon. So you're looking at what, 800, 900 plus. But the specialized game itself will only feature monsters from that world, and they won't, because no Pokemon game has every single Pokemon.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
game.
in the hundreds. Like, it's still like 100. Like, each game has at least 150.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
And that's 100 different types of models on top of that. It's not just one just moving around. So I could definitely see a point with that. And like you said, timing is everything with that. I just feel as though Nick. Oh, Chris, you have something you want to say?
I just feel like the studio that does it, they've been more focused on like the mobile version of it, you know, the handheld version of Pokemon, and they're having the ability with the Switch to be able to do it in handheld gives them the opportunity to say, hey, now that they're putting this statement out that they're more focused on the handheld side, is because maybe they were trying it on the Switch and they knew we couldn't get to where people's expectations are, so let's not put something out there that's going to make us make a bad Pokemon game for the consumer out there. So since people will want to play Pokemon and take so many hours to do this, we know the handheld part of it. Doing this, maybe when a Switch Pro or the next version of Switch comes out there, we'll be ready for a more powerful version on the console side, but we're going where we're safe.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're just getting her feet wet with the Switch thing.
Exactly. Like, just like Hunter N64 said in the chat right here, it says, but what home console game had Game Freak created, though? This is their first game in HD.
Exactly.
This is like, he makes a perfect point to, this could be just a taste of things to come.
Dipping their toe in the water.
You know, combat reference on point right there. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys caught that.
What was it? I was reading a comment. What'd you say?
A taste of things to come. Shang Tsung says it in the movie. Come on, man.
Oh,
my bad.
My bad.
Oh, you mean whenever Sub-Zero freezes that dude?
Okay.
That's a great movie.
For a taste of things to come. Shang Tsung, baby.
Then Sub-Zero comes out.
VC said N64. Wait, so none of the Pokemon games on GameCube, N64, and Wii were made by Game Freak? No, it's by a side company. It's by a different company altogether. That's why.
I mean, let's be real. Pokemon Stadium was, you know,
like
exactly
Game Freak works on the mainline Pokemon games,
right?
And they have a different company. I think it's the Pokemon Company, or they have a different company that a different studio that works on all the other side projects. Quantum L, what's going on, man? Appreciate you being a moderator. Thank you for the extra likes, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, none of those games were by Game Freak, dude. They were all by Pokemon Company. So good night, man. Have a good night, bro. Pokemon Stadium was good if you had your own Pokemon.
Yep, real Pokemon were dookie.
Yeah.
If you had your Pokemon from Yellow, that's another thing. That's what, honestly, Pokemon Stadium is what made me want Pokemon as a full console game, because with that transfer pack, they allowed you to play your Pokemon your whole game on your TV with that transfer pack, and that's something that I miss. I want to play Pokemon on my screen. So the first thing that I'm doing when I get Pokemon Sword, I'm playing it on the screen right here. I'm not gonna play it handheld.
Same.
And that's that.
Same.
And
like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, the first thing I'm doing is playing Pokemon right here, docked on the screen. Like, that's the first thing we're gonna do. And you know what? Not to be sidetracked, but you know, I'm really excited about this game. My kids. What I'm really excited about this Pokemon game coming is my kids just started watching Pokemon on Netflix. Like, they are now obsessed with Pokemon. And that's something that I watched when I was like 8 or 9 years old. 20 years down the road, my kids are now into Pokemon. This is going to be their first Pokemon game. So I am really excited for this one because they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. They're gonna be stoked on it. So as a proud father of 3 gamers in this house. I cannot wait for this game to come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be big for like the new generation.
Mhm.
For like kids nowadays,
yes,
it's gonna be crazy. Like this could be like, I mean that could also be another reason why they're trying to play it safe, is because like, you know, there is like that generation gap where, you know, these kids are gonna remember what Pokemon is on this franchise, you know, like on this generation of console
more than they would on our generation. So
yeah,
I can see that.
I can't agree with Rack. As soon as they make this, if they do this whole new Pokemon thing where it's this open world, that'll be like, that'll split up the Pokemon fandom. Like some fans will be like, "This is what we want," and then some fans will be like, "No, it's not what we want. We want the traditional handheld type stuff." Like that'll be a game changer for sure when that happens.
Agreed. So Q&A. What questions do you guys have for us today before we bounce on out of here?
Yes. What questions do y'all have for us?
I
like your questions, man.
I'm laughing at Discard's comment. It says they should let From Software make a Pokemon game so these kids can truly cry.
Oh gosh, that would have been hilarious.
That's
no,
right there.
No. I got him mixed up for a minute. You said From Software. I was like, and I remembered who From Software was. I thought he meant Sometimes You. I was like, why would they do that?
Jake has said, Chris Levi, where did you get that sweet shirt?
Oh, I went.
Yeah, man, where'd you get that shirt, man? Where can I get one?
Man, you just gotta go to Nintendo Direct's store.
I'm mad you doing a shameless plug right here on my shoe.
And I went on there and
that shirt is pretty dope.
He has a couple different designs. Yeah, go check it out. He got
man. Yeah, man. I mean, who is that guy? He's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, he plays some games, man. He does some top 5.
I mean, he alright.
Yeah, Avidan's hoodie's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that hoodie, man. That hoodie is super dope too.
I mean,
where'd you get that, Avidan?
I mean, this hoodie is
man. Where'd you get it? It's fire.
It is.
Where'd you get it at, man?
It is, man.
Man, I can't
Hold
believe
up.
It's crazy.
Hold up. You know what? I think I can show you where I got that hoodie from. Hold up.
Hey, man, show them where you got it.
Show them where you got it from. What? I'm about to get. I want a shirt.
I'm about to show you. I'm about to
Man,
show
where'd you
you.
get these cool shirts, man? I mean, these shirts are dope. You gotta show me where I can get one.
I
love All Might.
You love All Might, man. You kind of look like him, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. Like, if you guys want to hook up for this hoodie and that shirt, this you guys gotta go. That's it.
There you go.
That's it. But let's see. What other questions do you guys have for us? This has been a lot of conversation. I know. Let me see. I thought I saw Tony. Yep.
Information.
Right.
What is that?
Rax is comment.
Discard goes. What's Rax rocking today? I said $13 shirt from H&M.
Hey man.
Fire though, man. It's fire.
Yo, I mean, real talk. I get all my shirts from Brew 21 because they be really cheap. Especially, I get the extra large ones because I'm getting kind of fat, but they're like $2 a shirt. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Isn't bad. Tony K
I
said,
started getting fat, and then I was like, no. I'm gonna give me some fat burners. I'm gonna hit the gym, and we're gonna settle this before too many games because I gotta go up in there like. What's up? The booth is that way. All right. Plus, I can't have Sincere out there flexing on me. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I'm a little donut around the waist myself. So look, man, I don't want no smoke. I'm out there relaxing.
Hey, man, so
we're gonna
all
do
y'all
some
going to
pad
too many
work
games?
while we're out there, right? On our off time.
What'd you say?
So who's all going to
Bring the
too many
pad
games?
work.
I'm going.
If you want to,
I'm down.
just
Cardio, baby.
get me in the nose.
Y'all
man.
gonna have a Chillcast booth?
That'd be dope.
Get a Chillcast booth, man. Sign autographs. Hang out with some people. Spread the word.
Maybe next year. Maybe
Next year when we get bigger.
we'll feel it out this year, and if everybody's cool with too many games, then we'll talk about it next year.
Hey.
We can split that money.
Definitely. Well, hold up. You said who's going? You said Rax is going. I'm gonna answer Tony's question. I got Tony's question right here. Rax is going. Sincere is going. I'm going. NX Revolution is going.
Nice.
So yeah, and
Man, I'd love to go, but I'm in the Midwest. We don't have nothing here.
I mean, you can.
It costs plane tickets. I know. I got to get a plane ticket.
I'm getting a plane ticket too, dog.
Man, I'm jealous for y'all.
I'll scoop you up from that airport.
I'm getting a plane ticket myself because it would cost cheaper to get all these different Greyhounds, but the amount of hours I would have to travel, no.
Yeah,
Oof.
that Switch would definitely get.
Think about the farts you're gonna have to smell on that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro! Now you know what?
It's 4 hours.
That's a different story. Go ahead and answer the question, Avidan, because I was about to go on a rant about
All right, so we're gonna go into Tony K said, "Has anyone seen the Nintendo Japanese commercial for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? I have, and it's pretty dope.
No, I did not.
It's pretty dope.
Is it drastically different than the American one?
It's actually pretty decent. It's way more scenes in there.
Because I'm gassed for that game. I'm
definitely getting it. If you guys saw my my gaming collection, I actually own Ultimate Alliance 1 for the Wii.
I seen it. I did see it.
I had apparently people want my Brave Fencer Musashi. I'm like, no, you're not taking it.
You got asked for a couple things in that collection.
Yeah,
that was a dope collection.
You had a dope collection.
You just got to sit in a crate somewhere, man. Put that stuff up, man. Put it on display.
Where? I have no place.
Go get you a $20 shelf from Target. All right,
Walmart.
Like I got in my backdrop. Right, them shelves were like $30.
This shelf I got right here, man. What, $12 from Walmart?
Listen, bro. If I ain't had the kids,
blow it down.
If I didn't had the kids, I'll be straight. But I got the kids, so we got all their stuff over here. Back here is our couch, so there's no room over here, and that's it. And this is where I record, so it's like I can't even get a backdrop. So when I get listen, I promise you. That's why I'm keeping it there in a different place, a different location altogether. Because
keep it intact.
When I get my crib, you're gonna see the NES. No, not the NES. My brother has it. You're gonna see the Super NES, the Sega Genesis. You're gonna see the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, Dreamcast. You're gonna see all the systems. You're gonna see all the games I got. Cause there was even games I couldn't find. I had Maximum Carnage. I had Vector Man.
And you pulled out that NBA Jam Tournament edition. I freaked out. Man.
So we had number 1 too. We had NBA Jam 1. We had Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2. Super Street Fighter 2. So there was so many games that between my brother and I it's a lot.
Yeah, you definitely had some good stuff in there. Man.
So man, I want to I ain't gonna lie. When I put out Tournament Edition, man, I was plugged in the Genesis. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta play this again. I gotta play this again. And it was still in the box. Welcome, you see, good condition. So let me see. What other questions do we have? Sam Yargo said, would you want game developers to unionize, knowing it would be a difficult transition and affect game development?
No, it wouldn't be a difficult transition.
I would actually want them to, because
yes.
And we got 57 likes, y'all. It's not a record. We definitely had like 60 or 70 before, but it's just still a good number.
Yeah, but that's probably after a raid.
Yeah. They must have been passing on by. But they're like, hey, bye. Right. Bryson said, do you think there is some truth to the IGN video on April 1st about all games coming to the Switch? To be honest with you,
could be some subliminals in there.
I don't care until the games come out. That's me these days. Like,
ain't that April Fool's Day? Was that a joke?
Yeah, it was a joke. That's what he's saying. Do you think there could be any truth? Like, could there have been any subliminal message that Nintendo was like, put this in here? No. Like, that'd be hilarious. Like,
I don't.
The only one I could see would be Wind Waker, like Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess or Portal.
All those games. They literally went left field. Let's see. I very much want them to unionize, but I do think corporations will make it difficult. Hold up. Tony K had another question. Let me see. He had a few questions. He had 2 more questions. Here we go.
I'll answer that union question later.
He said, all right, cool. Now that Nintendo officially confirms that we'll have a Nintendo Direct at E3, do you think they'll add one extra surprise before they air the Treehouse Live?
Of course.
What I am banking on, what they're gonna do, they're not just gonna announce the second Smash DLC. They're gonna say, This is who he is, and he's available today. Because
you think they're going to day and date it, huh?
Because they're trying, and I'm just looking at a timeline. Because they're trying to get all these characters out by February 2020. We're almost at the halfway point of this year already. So how much more time are you gonna really waste through and still have proper pacing?
That's actually a great point.
So
you know what would be crazy? What if they just announced something? Cuphead, that'd be dope. I don't know.
That's why I said earlier. I feel it would be
like, what if they announced like all of a sudden like, oh, us and Microsoft, we're best friends, and here's this and this and here's what we're doing, and then by the way, here's that character on Smash celebrating it. That'd be funny.
Listen.
Here's Master Chief.
Listen.
Here's Banjo.
All they need to do is say we have a special guest, Reggie, and Reggie comes out.
No,
announces Mother 3.
No. Mother 3 gets announced before they're done, and it's Reggie talking about it. That's what would be dope.
That would be hilarious.
Good.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
That would be a. You know what? I can't say that because I almost said that would be. Yeah. You see. Okay. You know I'm coming from Sincere. Okay. Sincere. We agree. Okay. I'll shut up now. Moving on to the next question. Final question. How do you feel that Square Enix will be taking over Sony's time slot for their press conference at E3 this June? If they're going to take over their time slot, then they better make it good.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. What do you mean they're taking over their time slot?
Because Sony's not going to be there this year.
Oh, so you're saying Square Enix is taking their spot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that hour and a half, or whatever that Sony usually has, is going to Square Enix?
Exactly. So it better be good.
It better not be. Man, remember the last
Square
year?
Enix it was pretty bad last year. Like they had the worst showing last year.
It wasn't even a showing. It was just a live stream.
Quiet Man or something like that. They showed Quiet Man.
And they showed a bunch of trailers that we already seen.
Right.
Like, it was not good. I remember watching the screen and said, this is bad.
Do you think they'll have the Avengers game there finally?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Does it even exist? Is this a real game? Or
they got that much time. Put some heavy hitters out there. That's all I'm saying.
Were they trolling us the whole time? Is there really an Avengers
game?
Listen.
All we know is this is gonna be the first E3 in a while that we're not seeing Death Stranding. I'm just gonna
Who cares?
See, that's a good thing.
Wait, were those shots?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was the pump. It was the pump, Nick.
We might see some never before seen footage of Anthem again. And they'll show the same trailer that they showed for 3 3s in a row.
But Nick, you said you want to go ahead and talk about the union.
Look, because we've been hearing all these stories about these game devs being under the crunch, and they're working like all these hours to either bring these games or fix these games. In particular, the article that came out about Fortnite, which was crazy because Fortnite is just a monster that it is. Like, to answer his question, like, yeah, they need to unionize, and for me, and I'm saying this as someone who is also in a union as well. So, but yes, they need to unionize because one, for them to work that many hours in quote unquote be forced in the way that they're being forced to, which is some of these people are contractors, and if they don't work the amount of hours that they are being asked to, and they don't work them, they don't get their contract renewed, and there goes their job. Like, that's just messed up. I absolutely agree that they need to unionize. I don't care if the games in the quote unquote take longer or not. It's about humanity and workers' right to that point. And yes, they need to unionize.
1,000.
I mean, we got games 2 or 3 coming out every Tuesday, so
yeah,
like we got a lack of games.
Yeah, thank you. Like
finish your backlog. That's
exactly. We have so many backlog games, and you know why we have so many backlog games? Because all these games keep coming out. And why? Because of the 100-hour crunch that these workers are put in. And they need to unionize. After hearing all these nightmare stories about everything, BioWare from EA and how they just got
a lot of them, man. A lot of them.
Like they need to unionize, and they unionize in a big way.
Yeah. I agree. So with that, we got 10 minutes left, so we're gonna start closing out. Do we have anyone that we could raid?
Let me check, because I think Kazoo was live, but she was just doing Labo. Dumo's live because apparently Kazoo's live. Yeah, she's building her Labo kit.
All right, so we can rate Kazoo. If you got anyone else that's streaming tonight,
Chris's boy Big Evil Gaming's.
Yeah, my boy's streaming.
Big Evil Gaming.
Yeah, he's
Never
doing
rated him.
Days Gone.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
We can rate your boy. We can rate your boy tonight.
Entertaining.
All right, so we're gonna get into outros, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. This has been a fun time as usual. So we're gonna get into the shout out. Started with Rax the Great. What? On you, dog. Outros.
Right now?
Yeah.
I just put the link in for Big Evil Gaming. If you guys want to come check out my channel where I act like a, I was gonna say something that I probably shouldn't have said. You guys want to come see all of my banter and random weirdness, come hang out on my channel. It's there on the screen. Rax the Great. YouTube/Rax the Great.
You guys got it? You guys got it? Cool. Moving on. Nintendo Direct, also known as Markiplier or Darkiplier.
Darkiplier.
All Mike, aka All Nick. What else?
His name is All Nick.
Darkiplier, All Nick, whatever. What's going on, guys? You know. Over here. Y'all know the face. I'm trying to click because I messed up a bunch of stuff on my screen. So let me just do the outro and then I'll mess this later. Yes, you can find me YouTube, Nintendo Direct, working on some new content for y'all. A little bit of different kind of content. Can't wait to get that out for you guys. Some people who are patrons have seen and got the sneak peek of what I'm working on. So I'm really excited for that.
I'm ready for that. That's gonna be dope.
And then after that, I'll have another top 5 video out for y'all. Just I didn't do anything this week because I've been slowly getting everything together. And on top of that, like I said, I had some personal stuff come up with my family, and so we've been dealing with that as well. So there you go.
Sam Yargo say he doesn't like that nickname.
Well, guess what, Sam?
Darkiplier? Which one?
Nickname ever.
There's like 6 of them.
Yeah, we got Sincere Man. Thank you for coming by.
Always a pleasure, fellas. As usual, great gaming talk. Minus the BS.
And
sorry.
And you know how I feel about podcasts. So if I'm here, it's because I like to be here,
bro. Like because I know how you feel about podcasts, I'm glad you're here, man.
But yeah, man. You know, find me Gold Chain Gamers everything.
His channel is right there in the
except for Snapchat. You will never catch me on Snapchat. I am not Snapchatting, but everywhere else, Gold Chain Gamers.
Man, all right, cool. And last but not least, we got the homie Chris Levi. What's going on? Thank you for coming by as always, man.
I appreciate y'all having me here tonight. You can find me everywhere across social media at Chris Levi 13. I do a lot of live streams on YouTube and through suggestions by Rob Rigo. I've been doing some stuff on Mixer as well. So I do occasional video here, there, shout outs, and live streams. If you want to check that out, come check me out, Chris Levi 13, all across social media.
AKA, you're going to check it out.
Yeah, there's you want to, you will.
You're going to check it out. You're going to click on that button. You're going to go ahead and subscribe.
So what's the hashtag for the raid?
For the hashtag for the raid? Chill Squad. Hashtag Chill Squad. So this is your boy Avidan. Thank you guys for coming by. So as you guys know, I've been doing a new music remix series. And for now, everything else has been on the back burner. I've been focusing more on this series because those who have done music can understand that you need to kind of like get yourself back in the zone and relearn different things between whether it's chopping samples right or whether it's choosing the right sounds or whether it's just mixing and mastering. So, like videos could take anywhere from 45 minutes to 4 hours for me to record. And then I got to go through and chop all that. So it's like after I get through all that, I see different news topics for opinions. And I say, I could give my opinion on this, but then I see that I just froze because I saw Rax's new picture.
Hey guys, I'm Darkiplier.
That's why he says it. Nick, all you gotta do is dye your head red now. Anyway,
I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Sorry. Continue with your outro.
But seriously, I thank you guys for supporting the series. Again, I feel really bad about the last episode because I literally forgot to hit the record button after I paused it for a second. And you guys didn't get to see me do a new style of sampling. So I may do that style of sampling again one more time just so you guys can see how that's done. And we're gonna do more of those. Right now the schedule for those are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like that's the prime time when people eat lunch here on the East Coast. And on the West Coast, that's decent breakfast time. So thank you guys for supporting these videos. And with that said, we're gonna go ahead and raid.
Give us 2 more likes so we can hit 60.
We're gonna go ahead and raid Big Evil Gaming. Make sure you go through and say hashtag Chill Squad. And this is the end of the Chillcast 46. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avidan, Rax the Great, Darkiplier, Sincere, and
Camera's
Chris
broke.
Levi.
My camera's broke, dog. I can't.